there I am. Hello, everybody. Let me get the game up. How are we doing tonight? We are back with some more Tsukihime. I keep saying we've got to be close to the end of Akiha's route, but seriously, we've got to be close to the end of Akiha's route by now. Hello, Infinity Sea. Welcome. So what happened last time? Last time we caught Akiha sucking on Kohaku's boobs, blood. Shiki had a certified Roa moment, as he often does. Really, he had more than one. And I believe we left off with CL about to kill him. So let's get back into this. Hang on. Weirdos in my Twitch chat immediately. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing alright. Have a little bit of a headache, but it's fine. Alright. So let's get into CL attempting to murder Shiki. A moment. CL Senpai moves fast enough to fling up sparks. Her attack is very simple. Leaping from right in front of me, she slashes a horizontal line with her dagger. I block with my own knife and am pushed back. My body staggers. I desperately stop myself from collapsing backwards and look for... For a moment, my mind freezes. There's no sign of her in the corridor. In an instant, as our weapons clashed, Senpai suddenly disappeared. I think it was just by chance. Without reason, just the feel of a breeze beside me, I shift my gaze. Classic Twitch scammer, yeah. Think I need to turn this down a bit more. I've had to adjust the audio a lot recently because of the Crooked Man being very quiet a lot of the time, so... In the blue moonlight shining in through the window, I see Senpai's silhouette running up the wall like she was going up a flight of stairs. Above? Even as I notice, I lower my body. Scrambling on all fours like a dog, I escape forward. Hang on, where's the... Oh, I don't want to search for it, but there's this audio clip of Shiki from the remake where he's just going, wan wan, wan wan, which it's like the Japanese onomatopoeia for a dog barking. Glancing back, I see Senpai fall from the ceiling precisely where I was. I should find that audio clip later and add it as a sound alert on Twitch. After swinging at me, she ran up the wall to try to strike my head from the ceiling? Such an absurd roller coaster-like movement was charmingly beautiful, even though it could have skewered the back of my head. Shiki voice, I love the kind of woman who can just kill me. As if her previous flash of movement never happened, Senpai stops moving. Is she surprised I avoided that blow? Her blue eyes confirm that Tono Shiki is still alive. Her eyes devoid of feeling, like a machine. There is a tension as I wait for her to spring into her next action. I forget even to breathe. With those eyes upon me, I can't move. In just a moment more, that dagger will be driven into my chest. The only sound is my heart pounding. I stand, unable to move, and Senpai only stares at me. This is bad. At this rate, I'll break under this tension and make a movement. When that happens, Senpai will certainly strike me down. All I can do is grasp my knife tightly. At that moment, Senpai suddenly speaks. I'm surprised. You're certainly an excellent killer. You are not good at feeling the other's presence, but you are good at feeling your own death. Even if you don't remember it, perhaps you have been trained for such things. Senpai speaks without even moving her eyebrows. Against someone that has a superior self-defense mechanism close to seeing the future, assassination is useless. Trying to attack you from a blind spot was pointless, Tono-kun. Ooh. Interesting. So if we ever get him playable in FGO, which has to happen eventually, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, he'll probably have some variation of, Mind's Eye fake. Neat. Seeming terribly sad, Senpai lets out a sigh. Or at least he could, I don't know. That's a pretty old skill, so they'd probably come up with something else. It's a pity. If I can't kill your consciousness before you feel pain, all I can do is attack with my full strength. Even if you can see death coming, your reflexes also make it an almost moot point. Creak. You don't look well, Tono-kun. Thump. You've been feeling that way for a while, haven't you? Nausea that feels like your heart is being grabbed. Shudder. You're so sensitive. That's... shudder. Because of the impulse all living things have that says, I'm about to be killed. Saying that, she strikes from right in front of me. I block her dagger with mine. A shock. Senpai's simple attack feels like she used a giant hammer. My knife screeches. My fingertips go numb. But I don't have time to think about that. Her foot audibly strikes the ground. The air is knocked out of me. Senpai has stepped into the gap between my legs. So close that our bodies collide, and with that momentum, Senpai slams her shoulder into my chest. I stagger. The strength in my knife weakens. Without a single pause, her second attack begins. Her dagger swings upwards from below. Somehow I block it with my knife, but I can't kill its momentum. Slash. There's a horrible sound. Ah! It's hot. Somewhere I'm cut. Falling meat, the heat of blood. There's no time to feel any of that. The third blow comes. It was probably aimed at my heart. Since I immediately twisted my body to avoid it, the knife rips out my rib along with the flesh around it. Oh my god. Ah! I scream. The coldness of death does not cause me to shudder, but fear from the pain races through me. There. Follows the fourth unforgiving blow. My ribs are damaged. I can only use the power of my arm to wield my knife. But with that, it's impossible to block Senpai's dagger. Somehow, I jump back on my staggering leg. I get enough distance. Senpai turns, showing me her back. Crash. She drives a roundhouse kick like a spear into my belly. I collapse backwards onto the hallway floor. I don't have time to feel pain. If I don't stand up immediately, I'll be killed. But it's too late. The moment I get up, Senpai is right in front of me. The dagger strikes down at my heart. I was just desperate. In desperation, I try to match her blow by placing my knife next to Senpai's neck. Then, Senpai's dagger stops short. Breathing. My breathing is hard. Her dagger is aimed at my throat. If Senpai moves her hand even slightly, I'll die instantly. That fact, just that causes me to go insane. It's over. Even if you stab that knife through my neck, I won't die. What are... You said before that you saw it. Even though my body was pierced by an iron pipe, my body heals the wound instantly. Certainly, if you stab me through the neck, I'll be dead for a while, but I'll kill you before that. What she says is true. There's no sense in lying in a situation like this. In other words, this situation where both of us hold each other's life in each other's hands is meaningless. Won't die? But it could be true. Even injured like that, Senpai came to school like normal. But screw all that. I can see death on her body. Although it's very different from other people's, I can still see her death. So, killing her is easy. The lines have no exceptions. If you don't believe me, please use your knife. In any case, you can't save yourself unless you kill me. Shall we test it out? She's provoking me. If I can be killed, kill me, she's saying. But Senpai, provocation like that is fatal. I'm not like the others. I can really kill you. My heart beats. If I look down, her dagger is at my chest. I have to kill. Because I don't want to die. I found out I shouldn't die that easily, so I can't let myself be killed. No, it's simpler than that. I just don't want to die. My heart beats. So there's only one answer. Kill. Drive this knife into the line I see in CL's neck and kill her. Kill if you want to live. Kill, 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 kill. But if we do that, we get a bad end. So, I can't do it. I can't breathe properly. Senpai's eyes don't even appear interested in my death. Her dagger is poised directly in front of my heart. A situation where I'm a second away from being killed. That's odd. You've killed so many people, yet you're frightened to die yourself. Her breath blows into my eyes. Her words make me dizzy. Goodbye. If you won't do it, Tono-kun, I'll have to do it myself. Saying that, Senpai tenses her arms. This is the end. Tono-shiki dies here. If I don't want that, I have to stab with this knife faster than Senpai. My fingertips fill with strength, but that's all. My arms don't move at all. I don't want to die. It's not that I'm willing to die since I'm a killer, but if I don't kill CL-senpai, I'll be killed. So right now, I understand that even if I don't want to kill, I have to. So why? Why won't my arm move? Suddenly, I wanted to talk more with you, Tono-kun. That's why I really don't want to die now. Those words. But this is for sure the best way. So don't cry, Tono-kun. You did the right thing. They forced themselves into my memory. Yeah. Bye-bye, Tono-kun. Thank you. And sorry. Yeah. I see now. Why aren't you resisting? I hear Senpai's voice. The dagger is still at my chest. It tears my clothes and digs into my flesh. Like this, you'll die. So why? Why aren't you moving your knife? That's because... I can't. Why not? Even though you've killed so many people up to now? Never again. I can't do it. You just killed that corpse. After you've done it once, a second or third time will not change anything. If you don't do it, I will kill you. She's serious. In a second, the killer called Tonoshiki will surely be killed. It's not that I'm not afraid. Yeah, but still. I can't kill someone. As I speak, tears flow. It's not like something... It's not like something is sad or someone's unhappy. But the tears running down my cheeks don't stop. How much time has passed? My mind, which has been in a trance... You understand at last, Tono-kun? Comes back with Senpai's words. Senpai? See? Are you satisfied? You're not a killer. Those words were true words. So, all this is just a dream. Tono-kun is Tono-kun. Very gentle, thoughtful, and so sensitive as to cry over something like this. Just the ordinary, everyday boy I yearned for. Saying so, Senpai puts the dagger away. Her scary tone of death disappears, and Senpai returns to her usual gentle self. Why? You didn't come here to kill me, Senpai? Right, I came here to kill the self-loathing in your heart. You're not a killer. But since it seemed you wouldn't believe that no matter how much I told you, I had to persuade you on a more physical level. What? Persuade me physically? Then you mean this was all just an act? Crazy. No, I was serious. I couldn't completely rule out the possibility of you being the killer, Tono-kun. Therefore, I couldn't hold back. Besides, it is more fun to go all out. You know, like how you enjoy teasing someone you like. Senpai says something pretty scary with a smile. And with that, I collapse. Also, small tangent, earlier, the narration described Ciel's eyes as blue, but I'm pretty sure they're green. All the things I've been thinking about up until now seem so foolish. For some reason, it's funny, and I laugh. Oh no, OBS, don't have problems. Thank you. As Senpai says, my fear that I might be a killer has disappeared. OBS, stop dropping frames. Hello? Stop having problems. Yeah, you're right. It feels like I finally got it. But that's terrible, Senpai. You went too far today. Yes, I've been going easy on you up until now, so I made up for that, too. Smiling, Senpai holds out her hand. I take it. With a grunt, Senpai pulls me up. Oh my god, OBS, please. What are you doing? Cease. I'm gonna give OBS a minute to get its shit together. Okay, I think we're good. We exit the building onto the school grounds. Senpai has treated the wounds she inflicted. By some trick, the wounds closed after Senpai put medicine stuff like on there and put her hand over it. OBS! What are you doing? Why am I cursed like this? Well then, I promise to tell you what I know. What do you want to hear, Tono-kun? What? Well, that's obvious. I want to know everything about my dreams. Why do I have dreams about killing people? Who exactly are you? There's a lot I don't understand. Ah, I see. Well, let's start with the dreams you have, Tono-kun. To put it simply, I don't think the dream you're seeing is your dream. Tono-kun, you say you dream of killing, but isn't the dream more like watching someone kill someone else? Well, yeah. Do you think I would kill people in my dreams if I could control myself? See, that's what I mean. When you sleep, you go into the killer's mind. Well, not exactly going into, but more like being taken into. So, even though your viewpoint was that of the killer, didn't you feel as though you were watching things from afar? That's precisely right. Even though I've had dreams about killings for a while now, they've all felt as if I were watching a scene. But why is my mind and this killer's mind merging? There must be some reason, right? Yes, there's a very clear reason. But let us leave that aside for a moment. First, we have to discuss what you are calling the killer. Certainly, there is a killer, but its characteristics are more like a vampire's. That's fair enough. Certainly, you could call someone like that a vampire. I remember the scene in my dream. That guy, while enjoying the killing, he ate their flesh and blood. Yes. I am the person who came to this town to deal with that vampire. Although I can't tell you the details, the world has various defense mechanisms. Just like there are police to deal with those who break the law, there are also many organizations which deal with heretics who are inhuman. Think of me like a member of that kind of organization. Deal with vampires? Yes, that which sucks the blood of the living to maintain its own flesh. A stopped life which does so in order to have eternal life. It is my role to wipe out such heretics. That's the reason I was fighting the vampire every night in your dreams. There's nothing to say. To be honest, I don't understand the world she's talking about at all. Huh? So you've fought the vampire several times already? Twice now. The first time, it escaped, and the second time, our encounter was rather painful. Right. So, you've seen his face, haven't you? So, didn't you know immediately I wasn't the vampire? No. Unfortunately, I couldn't be certain. Since some vampires can change their bodies freely, you cannot rely on appearance to identify them. Really? That's a problem, then. But now it's clear. So we've beaten around the bush, but this vampire... Oh, this is the wrong... That's Shiki. But now it's clear. So we've beaten around the bush, but this vampire is the serial killer, then? Yes. The dead bodies reported as victims of the serial killer are merely leftover food. Usually the flesh is consumed completely, or the blood is drained and they become vampires too, so there shouldn't be any bodies left. Hold on. If people who get their blood sucked turn into vampires, then wouldn't they start multiplying? No, there is a limit to those who are killed by having their blood sucked yet remain without dying. Most humans cannot separate the soul from the body, so the soul dies with the death of the body. Only perhaps 1 in 100 people can remain without dying. Like Yumizuka Satsuki did. But, Senpai, you knew about Yumizuka? No. By the time I got there, you had already destroyed her. I'm sorry. Back then, even though I knew you were in pain, I couldn't help you. No, it's alright. I want to think that what happened with Yumizuka was for the best. But I see now. Yumizuka wasn't a vampire from the beginning. She was attacked by that vampire, and that was the result. Yes, that's true. But I don't think there are others like Yumizuka-san. It takes many years before a vampire can function as a vampire. For her to be able to function immediately, Yumizuka Satsuki must have had amazing spiritual conception. Spiritual conception? What's that? A functional extent of the brain determined when a person is an embryo, or so it is said. Like how you use your ability, it is employing a section of the brain most people never use. The same for Yumizuka Satsuki. She was naturally suitable. So, instead of being under the control of her parent vampire, she became a vampire that could act independently. I don't understand Senpai's explanation, but one thing occurs to me. Senpai, you mentioned my abilities, so you knew about my eyes? Eyes? No, I don't know what kind of eyes you have, Tono-kun, but I know that you have a unique ability. Tono-kun's blood is special. Not a trained ability like mine, but something you're born with. Those kind of things are called supernatural powers. Most people have only one channel open in their minds, but you have another channel open that we can't see, right? Special blood. You mean the blood of the Tono house? Yes, the Tono bloodline is ancient. But looking at the history of the Tono family, one can see the abilities of its members are varied. Also, Shiki is adopted. Such as those who can receive divine inspiration, those unable to maintain their shape as human and become killers, or those who never awaken to their power. As time passed, this blood has thinned, and probably most of these abilities do not occur anymore. I'm aghast. If what Senpai says is true, then not just me, but Akiha will also have something broken like my eyes? Shall I continue? Tono-kun, you asked a while ago. Why are your senses merging with those of the vampire? Yes, I did. I think that is also related to your abilities. Your brain has a larger channel than other people's. Because of that, when you sleep and your sense of self dims, your mind is drawn towards a vampire, which has an easily connectable brain with you. Huh? Senpai, what do you mean an easily connectable brain? Oh god, OBS is having issues again. You can't mean they're made similarly, right? As long as the connection doesn't drop entirely, it's fine, I guess. No, that is precisely what I mean. Have you ever heard of twins sharing experiences? Twins sharing experiences? For instance, if the elder brother is injured, the younger brother who's miles away feels the same pain. I think that your dreams are similar to this. Fundamentally, identical twins are two humans' flesh born from the same genes. They are body parts made from the same instructions, so it isn't impossible for pain felt by one brain to be received by the other. The brain is an organ that manages reception and transmission. Since every person's brain is made from a different blueprint, we have to communicate our feelings through language. But if two brains are precisely the same, thought will be transmitted without the need for language. To put it in the previous terms, since the brain's channel is on the same frequency, the electrical signal is received. Since your brain is superior to others, you connect to the bodies close to you. It can't be. I don't have any twin. I know, but in your case, it doesn't need to be a twin. It's not like you're merging with them, but more like you have similar brains. Since your brain has many channels, there's no need for you to be identical twins. Simply the same roots, a similar body. That's probably all that is needed for you to be drawn in. Probably a sibling with the same parents. Well, I suppose an exception could be made in the case of organ transplants. The flesh might pull on your mind in that case. It could happen with anyone connected by blood? That can't be. Akiha is the only blood relative I have left now. Only Akiha. Shiki, you are adopted! Is there no one but Akiha? It can't be. That's wrong. Sora wa chigau yo. Senpai doesn't answer. In my mind, I see Akiha's figure drinking Kohaku-san's blood. That can't be. I knew it. It wasn't a dream. I was the one who killed people and drank their blood. Because if I not altogether, it makes sense. I suspected you at first, but after meeting you, I decided you weren't it. But I might have just been fooling myself. So tonight was a gamble for me. If you had killed me without hesitation, I would have known you were a vampire. But you weren't, after all. No, that was just... Tono-kun. All those in the Tono family have something inhuman mixed in their blood. Though some were completely harmless, there are usually only one of these in each generation. In the past, there were many members of the Tono family that drank blood. But you do not need to drink the blood of others or have an urge to. So... How would you know that, Senpai? Tono-kun. The Tono house holds a possibility of giving birth to a vampire. If you are not it, then... No, I shake my head desperately. I won't accept Senpai's words. I can't accept them. But I remember, in the detached building, the face of Tono Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. It's not Akiha. The one with strange power is me. You may be right. Just by looking, Akiha-san does not seem to have her power awakened. She is certainly contaminated with it, but only to a level that she can still turn back. No, it's not Akiha. I'm the only one who has these troubles. Akiha waited for me for many years, and just today she said goodbye to me properly. I only hunt vampires. Whoever it is, I cannot overlook them. Unable to speak, I only bite my lip. I don't understand. If Akiha is such a thing, what should I do? Should I pretend not to realize, or should I fight Senpai to defend Akiha? It's useless. No matter how much I think, I can't find any answers. I understand. Akiha-san is a very important person to you. Probably more important than yourself. Of course. A little sister is always important to her brother. We might end up fighting each other. There's nothing to say. I'm completely defeated. Senpai clearly states things I don't want to say. We reach the school gates. Senpai seems to have reached a conclusion, as she doesn't say anything. I won't ask what you'll do now. We'll part here. Her eyes emotionless, Senpai extends a hand. Saying nothing, I take her hand. For only a brief moment, Senpai and I exchange a hollow handshake. With just a goodbye, Senpai departs. I return to the mansion where Akiha awaits. I know from the conversation with Senpai that what I see are just dreams, but the fundamental problem is still unsolved. The vampire, the truth, that thing which kills people every night. If it's really Akiha, what can I do? What should I do? I don't know. Regretfully, all I can do is bite on my lip. And we are into the next day. And we're gonna take a quick break. We will be back in a few, so take this opportunity to get up, stretch, grab a snack, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in a few minutes. And we are back. Let's get back into this. It was years and years ago. I came here after having shut myself up in my room for so long. Probably after I had become friends with one of the servant girls and was coming out to play at last. I'm sorry, Nisan. In the empty courtyard, Akiha suddenly started to cry. Even when I asked what she was apologizing for, she just kept apologizing. Because we stole everything from you, Nisan. The reason why Akiha is crying is something that has already ended for me in the past. It would be a lie to say I didn't hold a grudge. But a 6-year-old girl can't feel responsible for that, and it can't be something she would apologize so desperately for. In the first place, she didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nisan. Excuse me. Why didn't I notice? From the very first time I met Akiha, she was always apologizing to me. In this big mansion, the only one who cried for me. Thank you. But that's enough. Smiling, I stroked Akiha's head. Akiha looked up at me bewildered. Then, for the first time, I felt strongly. You don't have to cry, Akiha. From now on, we're brother and sister. I remember Akiha's face laughing happily. I made a promise then. We would be a real family. Since I was the elder brother, I would protect Akiha, whatever happened. Such thoughts. I had a time where I held on to those thoughts as if I was dreaming. I awake to the morning light. Knowing for sure that I am not the killer, I had no dreams of murder last night. But there was something. I feel like I had a nostalgic dream. When Akiha and I were still young, a dream from before we knew what we were to each other. Excuse me. It is time to get up, Shiki-sama. Yeah, morning, Hisui. You're early again this morning. Hisui bows and enters. As always, she places down a fresh school uniform and bids me good morning. Shiki-sama, what time did you return last night? Akiha-sama was waiting in the sitting room. Yeah, I was tired yesterday. I knew Akiha was waiting in the sitting room, but I went straight to my room. Answering, I feel depressed from self-loathing. Last night, after parting from CL-senpai, I returned to the mansion and went straight to my room to escape Akiha. Although I denied it to Senpai, I was afraid to ask Akiha. I can't just ask Akiha, are you a vampire? If the answer was the worst possible, I wouldn't know what to do. Thinking about that sort of thing, I can't face her, and I can't talk to her. Hisui, is Akiha already in the sitting room? Yes, she has been waiting for you for some time. I see. That's bad. Right now, I have no confidence that I can talk with her as I usually do. I'm not sure I can manage even a casual greeting. Hisui, sorry, but could you stay with me today? Until I leave, I'd like you by my side. Although her expression does not change, Hisui looks at me in shock. I understand. Then I shall accompany you until you leave, Shiki-sama. Bowing very deeply, Hisui grants my request. In the sitting room, Kohaku-san is drinking tea with Akiha. Morning, both of you. That was Shiki talking. Morning, both of you. Somehow, I greet them naturally. Maybe she's mad at me for going straight to my room. Akiha glances only briefly at me, saying nothing. Good morning, Shiki-san. It's unusual to see you together with Hisui-chan. Yeah, I don't feel great today, so I asked her to escort me. It would be dangerous if I felt giddy on the stairs. I see. Hisui-chan, you really are relied on. Of course, Hisui stands beside me silently. Well, I'll go and prepare breakfast. Please wait with Akiha-sama. Kohaku-san goes into the kitchen. Akiha says nothing. Feeling an unpleasant atmosphere, I sit down on the sofa. An uneasy silence rules the sitting room. Nii-san? What is it, Akiha? You said you're not feeling well. Are you feeling alright? No, it's nothing major. You don't need to worry about it. Really? Well then, that's good, but... Akiha looks away uneasily. There's something strange about Akiha's attitude. It's obvious she cares about last night, but she's different from usual. Usually, she would at least say, "Why didn't you tell me when you came home?" Instead, she looks incredibly nervous. Akiha? Nii-san? The two of us speak simultaneously. Yes. What is it, Nii-san? No, what were you going to say? Nothing. I was just calling your name. Huh? I get even more confused. Akiha-sama, Shiki-san! Breakfast is ready! Kohaku-san's voice comes from the dining room. Well, shall we go, Akiha? Yes, let's go, Nii-san. Somehow, Akiha seems awfully meek this morning. And now I hate myself even more. Before, I was thinking how difficult it would be to see Akiha. Yet, I'm thinking if she's this subdued, I want to talk with her more. Well then, Shiki-sama, Akiha-sama, have a good day. Following my instructions precisely, Hisui follows us to the main gates. Since today's Saturday, I'll be back a little early. But you don't need to wait out here. Since I may go to play for a bit, please wait in the mansion. Affirming her consent, Hisui bows and we leave the gates of the mansion behind. Now, the problem is the way from here to school. Akiha follows silently next to me. Although part of me is glad of the silence, it still feels uncomfortable. We arrive at school. It is just past 7:30. Only a small number of students arrive at this time. Akiha is still silent. It would be really awkward if we didn't exchange a word all morning. Hey, Akiha. Yes, what is it, Nii-san? What is it? You seem really odd this morning. You're not even angry about last night, and you seem really distant. Does it seem that way? Yeah, it does. Are you still feeling bad? If so, you should be resting. Suddenly, I notice. Akiha took the day off school yesterday. Yesterday, CL-senpai had bandages on her arm and said she had a painful experience. Nisan, you don't really look well either. No, that's... I shake my head to throw off the unpleasant image. There's something wrong. Since Akiha suffers from the same frailties as I do, there's nothing strange about her taking a day off school. I have to trust Akiha, so I can't let my imagination run away with me like that. I'm fine. More importantly, what's wrong? Somehow you seem really feminine this morning. Not like yourself at all. Hello? What does that mean? You just said something really terrible, Nisan. Yes, that's a little more like it. I'll feel uneasy if you're not like this, Akiha. Well, being calm isn't that bad every once in a while. Oh, am I always so rough? No, you are gentle. You're polite and very proper. That's strange in that case. Why don't I think of her as being calm all the time? Well, it's okay. If you say there's nothing wrong with you, I won't ask anymore. Come on, let's go inside. Looking like she wants to say something more, Akiha follows me into the school building. See you later. Since school finishes early today, we can have lunch at the mansion. Nisan. What is it? Do you feel bad after all? If so, I'll take you to the nurse. No, I feel fine. I don't feel bad at all. But there is a reason I just feel completely lost this morning. Lost? What do you mean? Nisan, do you remember that childhood promise? Suddenly, Akiha glances up at me with flushed cheeks. Childhood promise? What's that? Jeez. Of course you don't remember it. That's fine, it's nothing at all. I didn't expect you to anyway. It seems it didn't mean anything to you. With a humph, Akiha turns away. What's this all of a sudden? When we were children, that was 8 years ago. You say promise, but there's so many promises I made to you. Even if you ask me like that, I won't be able to remember. That's true, but aren't there some things you want others to remember? Last night, I had a dream about when we were small, so I wondered if you would remember. Akiha, you think I can remember everything just because you saw a dream from your childhood? But it was nostalgic. Don't you remember the first time you called my name and stroked my head under that tree? Back then, I would cry easily, right? Everyone would try to calm me down when I cried, but you would be sad with me. So it caused me to cry more, but afterwards, I really felt like there was nothing sad anymore. From that time, Nisan? What's wrong? Do you feel ill? Akiha. That dream. Last night. Is it the time you were crying in the empty garden? Yes. I don't remember it very well, but it felt like that kind of dream. Uh-oh. Something cold runs down my back. That dream. I had that dream too. Senpai said I get pulled into the vampire's mind. Nissan, are you sure you're alright? It's nothing. Well, I'm going this way, so bye. I part from Akiha feeling sick. Why? Why is the result always the worst possible? Being drawn into the vampire's mind as I sleep. Last night, I didn't want to know I was dreaming the same dream as Akiha instead of the killer's dream. There are only a few people in the classroom. I move to my seat by the window and put down my bag. Sitting in my chair, I wait for homeroom to start. Oh, you're here early, Tono. You look pretty pale this morning. You alright? Arihiko? Honestly, you, Akiha, you all keep saying the same thing. Do I really look that bad? Nah. Actually, you look pretty much like you always do. I guess you just look really down, huh? Down, huh? Certainly, I feel down. If Senpai came and said, "Wasn't it like I said?" I wouldn't be able to say anything back. Arihiko, have you seen Senpai today? Eh? Which Senpai? Which? The only Senpai we both know is CL Senpai, right? Who's that? Shieru? Were there any foreign students at this school? My mouth falls open in astonishment. Arihiko, you... My broken voice gets that far. But I can't get any further. What is it, Tono? If you got something to say, then say it. I'll listen to anything except money problems. Arihiko acts like usual. Acting like usual, he doesn't remember Senpai at all. You really don't remember Senpai? That's why I'm asking, who is this Senpai you keep talking about? I can't answer anymore. Gradually, I begin to understand the meaning of the goodbye she said last night. Oh, old Kunifuji will be here any moment. See you later. Arihiko returns to his own desk. The teacher enters the classroom, homeroom begins, and after that, the first period starts with physics. I just observe vacantly. Senpai has really disappeared. She has not merely disappeared from before me, but she has vanished without a trace. The spell has easily faded. Looking somewhat sad, she said that. Arihiko doesn't remember her. I'm sure no one else remembers her either. She was never a student here. She was just sent here in order to observe me. So, once she revealed her true character to me, there was no need for her to remain here. My chest hurts. In place of proving that I was not a killer, CL Senpai disappeared like a mirage. Lunch comes and all classes end. Seeking to enjoy Saturday to the fullest, my classmates rush out of the classroom. Oh, what is it, Tono? You're not going? Just staying a bit longer. I thought I'd wait a bit for someone. That'd be Akiha-chan, huh? No way. If it were Akiha, I'd go and pick her up. I'm waiting for someone who has no reason to come, so I don't know if I'll get to see her. Right. Well, later. Yeah, and don't go playing around too much at night. I'm done for if you have to tell me that. Arihiko goes, and the other students start to go as well. I am left alone in the classroom, still waiting for CL-senpai. Click. The hand of the clock hits 1 p.m. As the sounds of practice begin to echo from the grounds, the classroom door slides open. It is Akiha. She comes over to my seat by the window. Nii-san, you're not going home? No, I'll go. I just haven't seen Senpai today. I thought if I waited here, she might come by. No, that's wrong. I just want her to come by. But she's never going to appear before me again. Is that so? Well then, I'll wait with you. Akiha sits at the desk next to me. I don't mind or anything. You really are nosy, aren't you? Yes, I'm your sister after all. Seeming a little happy, Akiha sits on the chair with a smile. Well, there's no reason to send her away. Although it's unpleasant when Akiha and Senpai see each other, Senpai isn't coming anyway. I'm just wasting a day. It's afternoon. Akiha doesn't complain and merely sits next to me. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've been with Akiha for such a long time since I came back to the mansion. Without conversation, I'm more aware of Akiha than ever. When we were small, Akiha was always crying. And for 8 years, Akiha waited for me. And even now, Akiha simply accompanies me calmly. When I was told that Akiha might be a vampire, all I did was deny it. The reasons are obvious. Akiha is my important younger sister, so I didn't want to accept it. The girl I promised to protect. The reason I returned to the Tono mansion. My surprise when I met Akiha for the first time after 8 years, now grown beautiful. Akiha is important to me. I think I love her. But what kind of love it is, I cannot put into words clearly. God damn it. We've lived as siblings for only 2 years. During that time, the feeling of wanting to protect her was stronger than the feeling of family. I don't understand. At times, I gaze on Akiha so much that I don't understand myself. It's not that she's important to me because she's my younger sister. She's just important to me. So, even if she's a vampire, Akiha, shall we go back? I don't mind, but is that alright, Nii-san? Senpai isn't here yet, is she? No, she was never going to come, so it's alright. Akiha says nothing more. Suddenly, I realize something. Arihiko and the others, even the teachers don't remember Senpai. But Akiha seems to. Akiha, what do you think of Senpai? I'm not sure who you mean by Senpai, but I think you mean CL-san. In that case, my opinion hasn't changed. I do not want you to associate with that person. What? My voice dies. Akiha remembers Senpai. Everyone else has forgotten her, so why? Akiha, you... Nii-san, what is it? You have such a terrible expression right now. Why do you remember Akiha? Everyone has forgotten Senpai, so why do you remember her? Akiha's expression freezes. And then she looks away from me. Akiha, could it be you knew from the beginning who Senpai was? She doesn't answer. The silence means yes. Akiha, answer me. You knew Senpai was a vampire hunter from the beginning. Is that why you didn't like her? Vampire? Nie-san. Akiha looks at me, aghast. Her face doesn't seem surprised at the word vampire, but it seems she's surprised to hear it coming from me. Akiha, answer me. If you don't, I won't be able to believe you. Yes, Nie-san. I knew from the beginning that person was different. Since I knew she was hypnotizing people she saw for the first time, I didn't trust her. Huh? Senpai was hypnotizing people? Yes. That's why everyone didn't think it was odd for someone to have a name like CL. Since I was unaffected by her, I realized there was something different about her. Akiha explains herself. But she left out an important part. If everyone was taken in by CL's hypnosis, why was Akiha unaffected? When the hypnosis is removed, those people affected by it will forget the person called CL. Since I was never affected in the first place, even though it has been removed, I remember her. I get it, but Akiha, why weren't you affected? Well, that's... I see. Those of the Tono bloodline aren't normal. Because of that, Senpai's hypnosis was ineffective. Nie-san, why do you... It's natural. After all, I'm not normal either. Saying that, I stand up. After a moment of astonishment, Akiha also stands up with a determined expression. The empty classroom. We gaze at each other in a classroom dyed red. I heard from Senpai that all those in the Tono family have special powers, and that among them, there are those who end up not being able to restrain themselves and kill others. But I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Please tell me, Akiha, you're not a vampire, are you? Akiha doesn't answer. She merely narrows her eyes painfully. Why? Why won't Akiha, even if it's a lie, say of course not? Say something! Why won't you answer, Akiha? I cry out, since the silence is painful. A little more silence follows. As if nothing was wrong, Akiha walks gracefully to the window. Her long, red hair is transparent in the sunset. Her red hair flutters as she turns around. Red, you say? Well then, I'll ask. If I was a vampire, what would you do, Nie-san? Her look, like a blade, pierces my throat. That's... Akiha's gaze drills into me. We're separated. Even though she's away from me, there's a feeling of tension like she's right in front of my face. Answer me, Nie-san. I asked, if I were a blood-sucking demon, what would you do? Akiha, that's... If I were to confirm that, there would be no need for me to hold back. Do you understand, Nie-san? I could stop being obstinate and become more honest with myself, right? With terrible pressure and a glint of cruel enjoyment in her eyes, Akiha gazes up at me. I shudder as I look at her. Even though Akiha is looking up at me, her gaze is so cold that she seems to be looking down on me. What? I'm breathing in and I can't speak. Even though we're far apart, it feels like we're so close we could kiss at any moment. God. I cannot wait to be done with this route. Akiha's eyes are cold as those of a stranger. Akiha, you... My voice stops there. Whatever happens, I cannot finish. Just a joke, Nissan. I don't drink people's blood. That's a lie. With a delightful smile at my hesitant state, Akiha releases her blade-like gaze. It is just as Ciel said. Certainly, members of the Tono house have something different in their blood. However, that's something that can be told at a glance if it's awake. Even you know that, don't you, Nissan? Akiha teases me with a laugh. I know? Yes. So your question is meaningless. Because I am not what you think I am, Nissan. Well then, is that all? In that case, I am going home. Akiha is about to leave, but no. If I miss this chance, I feel there will be no more chances. Having come this far, I can't let her go without asking her everything. No, there's still something I want to ask. About the other child, when we were children. You're really persistent, Nissan. Didn't I tell you there was no other child? That's not true. Our old man adopted a kid 10 years ago. Akiha raises her eyebrows. It's not like her previous reaction, a hiding of guilt. It's more like anger. I see. Hisui has been troublesome. I told her to take care not to let you discover that. Akiha sighs. Akiha, there was a third child. Even I remember vaguely. Can't you tell me? Why did he die? No, that child did not die. Huh? But he was killed. By your hands, Nissan. What? I killed? Saying that, dizziness assaults me. Yes, I killed. The accident 8 years ago, my younger self, in that courtyard, a hot, nightmarish summer day. Akiha and the boy covered in blood. The thick clouds and the echoing sound of the cicadas. There, I killed him. I feel dizzy. Somehow, I have the strength to keep from fainting. No, my breath comes out in gasps. I couldn't. See, Nissan? Doesn't everyone have secrets they have to keep to themselves? Akiha, So, you should stop thinking about such things. It's enough if you just live at the live at the mansion as Tono Shiki. Akiha leaves. I have no words to stop her. The classroom in the sunset. Only I am left, standing, unable to move. Night falls. Since I don't feel like returning to the mansion, I merely sit on the bench in the park, thinking. Is it pointless? It's undeniable that Akiha is something different, and it's clear that there was a third child who is now dead. Akiha says I killed the third child, and I remember looking down at a bloody body in the courtyard. Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Akiha saying the Tono family is inhuman. Senpai saying it would not be strange for the minds of siblings to merge while they sleep. So there's no longer any doubt. Even if I don't want to accept it, it's true. At least if I didn't see Akiha drinking Kohaku-san's blood. Huh? Hang on. When I saw Akiha and Kohaku-san, it was in my dream. I saw Akiha and Kohaku-san in a dream. Oh, that's right. That means if I was merging with Akiha's mind, I wouldn't be able to see Akiha herself. Then, the person seeing that dream, it couldn't have been Akiha who was being watched. If Akiha is a vampire, she would never see that. Yeah, there's no way Akiha could be the killer. Saying that, I jump off the bench. Though I will be embarrassed later, I run around the park. I don't care about how people think. I just run around happily, laughing. Because this means I can protect Akiha from now on. Just this once, I am happy that my mind merged with that vampire's. If he hadn't seen Akiha, I would still believe my terrible mistake. No, hold on. Watching Akiha? The killer was watching Akiha inside the mansion, like watching its prey from a dark corner. As if he decided his next prey was Akiha. What? My back freezes. But this is no time to stand around. Akiha! Crying out, I run to the mansion with all my strength. Strange. Though it's still only 7, the lights of the mansion are out. I gasp for air. I catch my breath from running, then run into the mansion. The mansion is as silent as a grave. It's terribly hot. For an autumn night, it's terribly hot. I keep panting heavily. My breathing is irregular, but not just because I've been running. It's a terrible, tropical night. Sweat pours off me, dripping down my cheeks. I wipe it away. In this boiling night, I grasp the door of the mansion. I feel dizzy. A chill runs through my bones as if my brain was being wrung out. This isn't my normal dizziness. My consciousness isn't blurred. Instead, it's sharpened, like a honed blade. I grit my teeth. Without reason, hatred boils up. The dizziness does not fade, and despite a violent headache, my body fills with strength. Akiha! There's no response to my cry. The mansion is completely without power. There is no sign of anyone. Hisui, Kohaku-san! Is there anyone here? There's no reply. The only thing here is heat and silence piercing into my skin like needles. Akiha. Just an awful feeling. I can't think of anything else. Akiha. Akiha's room is... East Wing, 2nd floor. The very back of the East Wing on the 2nd floor. That's where Akiha's room is. I run up the stairs. The heated air and sense of foreboding seem to stretch over the dark of night like glass. Breathing heavily, I reach the top of the stairs and walk down the hallway. My back hurts. This terrible feeling in the air gets heavier as I draw near Akiha's room. I reach Akiha's room. The dizziness is getting unbearably stronger. I put my hand in my pocket. I'm lucky, as my knife is still there. I ignore my dizziness and, with the knife in my other hand, I open the door. darkness. The moonlight coming in from the window barely sheds enough light to see. In the blue darkness, I see Akiha on the ground. Akiha! I run to her and hold her up. Akiha does not move, so she might be unconscious. But I can tell she's alive as her small chest rises and falls with her breathing. But there's something more strange. Akiha's black hair. It has turned into a bloody shade of red. Akiha, you're really Akiha, right? The hair looks red in the darkness, but it's definitely Akiha. Akiha, hey, come on. What happened? I hear a noise. I turn back, the direction the sound came from. There's someone standing by the moonlit window. It seems to be someone wrapped in bandages. Who are you? The man does not answer. A cold chill goes through my spine. I feel death in my nerves. The person is just there, broken. Abnormal eyes that seem out of this world. But there is some intelligence. It seems the bandaged person has both intelligence and madness. My heart beats loudly. It beats quicker. All the while, my mind freezes like I was dead. This feeling. I know this feeling of death. I'm sure. What's in this room right now is the world of murder I saw in my dreams. I asked you who you are. I hold my knife and stare at the person. The bandaged man appears to be smiling. I feel sad, Shiki. You don't even remember the person you've killed. He steps toward me. I back up, holding Akiha in one arm. Can't you tell, Shiki? I'm the guy you killed. What are you saying? Just listening to his voice gets on my nerves. I hate him. The hatred I was feeling since I entered the mansion is concentrated on him. This hatred. Is my instinctual drive to remove him a homicidal impulse? My heart beats. From somewhere inside me, my body screams. It screams that this person must be killed. I see. You're the vampire. Holding Akiha with one arm, I hold out my knife with the other. The man laughs as if it was really funny. Don't even try. I am you. There's no one who can truly kill himself. What? I'm taking Akiha back. She was mine to start with. Another step. The man comes closer. Stop! I won't stop. I came to get everything back from you. Name, position, power. Everything was mine. The man opens his arms and talks proudly. What are you saying? What are you? You still don't remember? What a guy. We were such good friends 8 years ago. What? 8 years ago? Such good friends? Well, I guess you forgot it. It's that old man. I bet he put a strong spell on you to make you forget. And I bet you yourself wanted to forget about the ugly past, Shiki. He laughs. My vision shakes. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. That's the time I was sent to the hospital from that accident. That was the last time the three of us played together in this mansion. That was the time that child was there, and all the blood. But that's all ending now. It was painful for you, right, Shiki? Hold on, I'll save you. The man slowly takes off the bandage around his head. His face. You. It's been a while, Tono Shiki. No, that's not your real name. The face that came out from the bandage, it was not the face of the bloody child, but Tono Shiki. Yes, why did I forget? He was with Akiha back then. The third kid's name was certainly that. Yes, it's really been a long time, Nanaya Shiki. You finally remembered that you were an imposter. The man's, Shiki's, lips turn up into a smile and he laughs deeply. Headache. I have a headache. The lid opens, which was sealed shut. By whom? I can't look at it. At what? The box of forgotten memories. He commanded me to forget everything. Tono Makihisa. Nanaya Shiki was adopted by the person who made him alone. Probably because it was amusing to him that I had the same name as his son. It's something that happened 10 years ago. I was adopted. I was brought into an unknown mansion. My family were always people I didn't know. My life in the detached building, the boy and the girl I met, the big garden we played around in, a hot summer day, Akiha getting attacked by a shadow. I could only think about helping her, and the moment I used myself as a shield, I was commanded to forget everything. By Tono Makihisa, by my own father. He commanded me to live as Tono Shiki and not Nanaya Shiki, and dizziness, sickness, mixed memories run through my head. Thump. I can't control my body. I throw Akiha on the ground and embrace my knife as I pant for air. Is it shocking? I bet it is. It should have been a big shock to know that you were an imposter, since you thought you were Tono Shiki this whole time. Shiki laughs. But that's nothing compared to me. You know, Shiki, I was killed by the person I thought was my best friend, and even had the name Tono Shiki taken away from me. You even took Akiha, my Akiha. Can you understand how I felt? Killed? You... That's right. I killed you first, but the end result was you killed me. Can't you recall yet? 8 years ago on that day, I lost my blood and killed you. Look at that scar on your chest. I took this arm and pierced right through you. Scar on my chest. That was in an accident. I was told I got that from an accident. Yes, the old man almost killed me afterwards, though. The Tono blood finally awakened inside me, but I was imprisoned underground and lived in the dark for 8 years. That damn old man. He said he'd let me out if I returned to being a human. He thought it would be inconvenient for Tono Shiki to be gone, so he made you into Tono Shiki. So, the adopted kid that was here 10 years ago was me. Do you get it, Shiki? I was killed by you. I am alive right now, but you're Tono Shiki. I have no place to go back to. My name is Tono Shiki, my position, my dear sister, and even my existence was taken away by you. I, as Tono Shiki, was killed by you, Tono Shiki. A step. He starts to walk toward me with glaring eyes. Here, that's the end of the story. Shiki, you should have died 8 years ago. You've had enough, right? Let's go back to the way things were 8 years ago. The way things were? Yes, I returned to being Tono Shiki, and you return to the dead person you were. A big impact. I was blown out to the hallway with one strike from Shiki. My back strikes the wall. I can't breathe. My head, I still can't think straight. I can sense him coming. Shiki jumps out from Akiha's room. Damn. I can hear Shiki. His weapon also happens to be a knife, and my knife joins his in a deadly competition. I gasp for air. I'm out of breath. I still feel sick, but I don't have time to think. Ooh. Let's see. Do we attack him, or do we try to lure him away from Akiha? This does not appear to be a decision with consequences, so... if chat has an opinion, I would like to hear it. It doesn't seem like that's gonna happen, though. Yeah, no. Okay. I will choose then. Let's try to lure him away. First, I have to get us away from Akiha's room. I should worry about Akiha's safety most of all. It's too dangerous to fight near Akiha. I need to move to somewhere bigger, like the lobby. Still holding my knife, I jump back without looking. Shiki's knife slashes in front of my face. Fortunately, I did not get cut, but he hits my glasses off. You bastard! My heart pounds loudly. Death covers my view. Hatred takes over my mind. I gasp for air. My breathing goes wild. Shiki attacks. In that case, there's nothing to be afraid of now. Not a problem. Fortunately, this is my 3rd time fighting in a life-or-death situation. By now, I know more than enough about how exactly I should be moving. Sweat drips down to the ground. His knife swings at every part of my body, but I have fortunately not received any fatal wounds. I am breathing hard because I moved my body past its limits. I don't understand. The enemy in front of me breathes out in annoyance. Why? Why can't I kill just an ordinary human being? Why is your killing ability so high, Shiki? There is anger in his eyes. He's probably irritated from all this unexpected resistance by something that should be easy prey. My heavy breathing fills the air. My chest hurts. Even though I have seen his killings already in my dreams, our abilities are naturally different. It's already hard enough to block his attacks, and it's almost impossible to attack his lines. But if I didn't care to avoid mutual death, I could easily kill him. Alright, enough playing around. I tried to finish you off with the same weapon you had, but I shouldn't have used something I'm not used to using. The enemy throws down his knife. Slash. The sharp, animal-like nails shine in the night. So it's this after all. It's really dull to use the same thing as 8 years ago. The enemy smiles and frees his stance. Thump. My heart beats. My body knows I won't be able to keep up with him once he gets serious. I probably won't be even able to see him attacking me. The first thing I will realize is that my body has a hole in it. Thump. The presence of death increases. The sense of impending death is upon me. But I have no fear. The cracking inside my body grows proportionally with the sense of crisis. Panting. Burning pain. Just like a bow pulled to the limit. A homicidal impulse that I cannot control. Most likely, it will be released in a moment and kill Shiki for sure. So long, Shiki. Akiha is mine. This time, you go to hell. The enemy's body disappears. The strained bow is released. But before that, someone comes in between me and Shiki. It was Akiha, with her flowing red hair. Akiha stands in front of Shiki as if to protect me. Akiha, what are you doing? Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Move, Akiha. I am your real brother. You don't have to worry about this imposter. Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Akiha, don't make me sad. You are the only important person for me. No, I won't move. Akiha shakes her head and clearly rejects Shiki. Akiha! Move back. If you say you are going to kill Nii-san, I will kill you first. The role of the head of the Tono family is to eliminate people like you. What are you saying, Akiha? You were waiting for me for so long. I was always watching. I came back because you were waiting for your brother. I killed that old man and became free just for you. But why are you protecting that imposter? Indeed, I was waiting for Nii-san. But that is not you. You lost against the Tono blood and became just a killer. You should have died on that day 8 years ago. Akiha, you're telling your own brother to die? No, that's not right. I am your only brother. Listen to me, that guy is just a... Silence. I will not allow any more insults against Nii-san. I am not going to let you kill Nii-san again. Shiki staggers. Stop. He's just an imposter. Don't betray me for such a guy, Akiha. Akiha doesn't answer. She just confronts Shiki with fierce aggression. Akiha, are you going to betray me too, Akiha? Shiki takes a step. Shiki looks at me and Akiha with bloodshot eyes. This is the last warning. Move, Akiha. Can't you follow your brother's orders? I will not move. You are not my Nii-san. Ah! Shiki screams as he jumps. Not toward Akiha, but toward me. But I was expecting that already. I raise my knife and face my enemy. But Shiki's nails are faster. The result will still be mutual death. If that's the case, I can surely cut his line and slice him into pieces. Shiki's nails never reach. Shiki's soulless voice gasps. Akiha. Shiki's nails slashed across Akiha's back. It's not that Shiki aimed for her. It's just that Akiha crashed into me. But I felt nothing. My mind has frozen. Without feeling anything, my homicidal impulse drives me. Akiha's body falls to the ground. In that instant, the instant Shiki stops moving, I slash through his line. Smell of blood. It angers me that scent is the only thing I do sense. The rest of my senses are paralyzed with exhaustion after all my extreme movement. Right now, I feel nothing. There's Akiha covered with blood in front of me, and Shiki's dead body is right there beside her. I feel nothing, and simply stand there. The lights come on. It hurts my eyes as it returns to my senses. I look around. Returns me to my senses. I look around. On the floor in front of me is a path of red blood. Akiha's body is not there, nor is Shiki's. What? The knife is still in my hands. I'm sure that wasn't a dream. As proof, the floor is covered with blood. Akiha, you protected me. I remember, and at the same time, I feel sick. I didn't want her to do that. All I wanted to do was protect Akiha. Why did it turn out this way? Shiki-sama? Someone calls from behind. I have turned on the emergency power. Akiha-sama's wounds are pretty shallow, so please do not worry. Hisui, where were you? I previously stated this. When Ne-san and I arrived to help, you and Akiha-sama were on the ground. We tried to talk to you several times, but you were in no condition to talk. So I just stood there while Akiha was lying injured on the ground? Akiha-sama needed treatment immediately, so Ne-san and I treated Akiha-sama and then put the power back on. Should we have waited for your orders? No, you guys did the right thing. I was just standing there, right? Yes. It has been about an hour since we came, but you have only been standing there. I see. Not doing anything while Akiha was on the ground wounded is the worst thing I could have done. Not only did I not protect her, but you could say I was actually hurting her. Hisui, is Akiha alright? Yes, it is not that deep of a wound, but since it is not a wound that will heal anytime soon, we have her resting in her room now. Shiki-sama, what happened? When we regained consciousness, all the lights in the mansion were turned off, and I had apparently been unconscious in Ne-san's room. It seems Ne-san and I were drugged. When we came out to the lobby, you and Akiha-sama were there. Ne-san said that cut on Akiha-sama is from a big animal, but that is... What? There's something wrong. This doesn't add up. Hisui, Shiki was not there? Shiki-sama, you were standing in front of Akiha-sama. No, not me, but... I stopped myself. Hisui doesn't know about Shiki. She doesn't know why Akiha was hurt, nor does she know I was almost killed. Hisui, there was only me and Akiha in the lobby? She nods. That guy. he's still alive. I did cut him from his shoulder along his line, but it didn't kill him. Or are vampires harder to kill than humans? Either way, he's alive right now and has run away. No, I don't care about that right now. But Akiha... Please wait, Shiki-sama. Are you going to Akiha-sama's bedroom? Of course. I have to apologize to Akiha and talk to her. Nei-san is currently treating her wounds. I do not think Akiha-sama would be pleased to see you right now. That might be true, but... Please go back to your room, Shiki-sama. When we finish treating her and Akiha-sama asks for you, I will come and get you. With that, Hisui starts to walk up the stairs. She probably went up to Akiha's bedroom to help Kohaku-san. Being a guy, I can't help them. All I can do for now is wait for Hisui in my room. I go back to my room and try to calm down. I have to calm down and think about many things. About Akiha. About myself. About that guy Shiki. Shiki told me that I was adopted and treated as Tono Shiki in his place. I have no intention of denying it. Rather, it's very convincing. Why I didn't recognize this mansion that well, why my room didn't feel like a room I knew, the fact that I was living with the Arimas, and why no one came to see me while I was in the hospital 8 years ago. When I was adopted 10 years ago, and the 2 years until I got into that accident, me, Akiha, and Shiki were raised as brothers and sister. Shiki sounded as if he knew I was adopted all along. But what about Akiha? You are not my niece-san. Akiha said that to Shiki and injured herself while protecting me. Akiha might not know that I was adopted. That's why she protected me. No, dude, she knows. You can't do that unless it's your real brother. So Akiha must believe I am her true brother. Shiki-san, can I come in? Kohaku-san, is Akiha alright now? Yes, we're done treating her wounds. She won't be able to walk at all for a few weeks, but there's no danger to her life. I see. Thank goodness. I let out a sigh of relief. If the wound she received from protecting me was worse, I don't know how I could ever talk to Akiha again. Shiki-san, Hisui-chan told me you wanted to talk to Akiha-sama? Yeah, I'd prefer not to if Akiha's not feeling well, but I would really like to talk to her if I can. If that's the case, please go ahead. But please do not have a complicated conversation. Akiha-sama is pushing herself, and I do not want her to be mentally tired. I know. I just want to see Akiha and thank her. Alright, that should be fine. Then I'll rest for a bit. Can you take care of Akiha-sama for a while? Kohaku-san walks out of the room, wobbling. She must be tired from taking care of Akiha. Alright, I have to go check on Akiha. I knock on the door. Akiha, it's me. Can I come in? After a moment of silence, yes, please come in, Nii-san. I hear her weak whisper. I go into Akiha's bedroom. As she was sleeping on the bed until now, she raises herself slowly. Crap. Seeing her like this causes my mind to empty. There's already tension enough coming into Akiha's bedroom, and she's acting so weak that I regret it. We end up just staring at each other in silence. All of a sudden, "Aren't you going to sit down, Nii-san?" "Oh, yeah. I should sit down, huh?" I take a seat in a chair. Now I'm at the same height as Akiha, and my head goes even more blank. "You never ask about anything, do you, Nii-san? Even though I am like this, I was ready for anything," Akiha says in a soft voice. "You're right. There's a lot of things I want to ask about. But I'll ask all that after you get better. Right now, I'm here to see how you're doing." "I see. But there's something I want to ask you, Nii-san. I get mad easily when I don't understand something. So I can't sleep peacefully unless I hear it from you." "Go ahead. You're hurt right now. I'll answer anything." "I'm sorry. I'm hiding a lot of things from you, but I don't want you to hide anything from me. I'm really selfish, aren't I?" "Don't worry. I like that part of you too. I'll let it go. So, what do you want to ask about, Akiha?" Akiha is probably making me match her pace. Surprising even myself, I speak kindly to her. Then I'll ask, "Nii-san, you used the word vampire. Is that something CL taught you, or is that something you concluded yourself?" "I think it's both. I don't know why, but I've been having this dream where I killed people and sucked their blood. So I thought I was the killer. However, CL-senpai proved me wrong." "I see. You were in tune with Shiki's mind. That's why you asked me that at school." "What? Akiha, you can tell that I'm in tune with his mind?" "No, I'm just saying the possibility existed. Nii-san, you might not remember, but that Shiki is our..." "Yeah, you want to say he's our brother, right? I forgot about it until just now. But I remember faintly. Whenever we played in the garden, you always followed us. Us means that there's more than one, right?" "Yes, when I recall my childhood, there is that contradiction. I didn't recognize it. Probably because the old man hypnotized me." Akiha does not say anything. It really seems like she doesn't know I'm adopted. In that case, I do not want to say it right now and mentally attack her. If I can lie to her right now, I should. "Nii-san, you were almost killed by Shiki 8 years ago. Shiki did not have that much Tono blood in him, but it suddenly awakened. The blood of a Tono is from ancient times, and it makes you give priority to your instincts rather than your reason. Shiki had that blood throughout him and attacked you as you happened to be there." "I heard that from Shiki. That this scar on my chest is not from an accident, but from Shiki. Everyone in the Tono family has different abilities. There's some people who eat other people, like Shiki, and there's people whose abnormality is only in their brain, like Father. Shiki attacked you and took away your blood and life. Shiki was punished by Father, but he survived by taking your life." "I don't get it. What do you mean by him taking away my life?" "I should say your soul in this case. I don't know how it works, since I'm not Shiki. but Shiki lived by feeding off your life. I think you and Shiki are like different people running off of one heart. That's why you tune into each other so easily. If that's the reasoning, I think you can tune into me too, but I think it's because you two were really good friends. Stop it. With a guy that hurts you? Don't make me friends with him. Akiha looks at me with a painful expression. Her thin body, her white skin. Her flowing black hair is tinged slightly red and looks very weak. Oh yeah, Akiha, what happened to your hair? It was red back then, and now it's back to black. What's going on? I told you. This is due to the Tono blood. My body does not change like Shiki, but when my blood gets excited, my hair turns back into its original color. Now that I am calm, it returned to being black. That's good. I think you look better with black hair. I think it'll be bad if your hair stayed red. I don't want her to be stained with something like the Tono blood. Yes, I also dislike the color red. I know it's just the color of my hair, but it means my body's state has changed, and I do not want to be like Shiki. Akiha falls back in bed. Akiha! I support her body. Oh. She's shaking. Her breathing is difficult, as if her heart was gone. She clenches her teeth in pain. She sweats as if trying to expel the pain from her body. Akiha, what's wrong? Do your wounds hurt? Akiha grips the bed sheets. Shh, hold on, I'll go get Kohaku-san. No one can help me anyways. Akiha grabs onto my arm, still breathing hard. Her slender fingers, her soft hands grip my hands strongly. Alright, I'll stay here, Akiha. I can't hear her. Her voice is too choppy. Akiha rages around on the bed, and I realize her hair is red again. Akiha, your hair. It's alright. This won't last long. Akiha is in serious pain. Time passes by, and all I can do is hold on to her hands. After an interminable amount of time, it finally ends. I'm sure it was only a few minutes, but it felt like a few hours. She breathes normally now. Her hair is still red, but it looks fainter than before. I'm sorry I made you watch such unpleasant things. Akiha sits up. I can easily tell she is pushing herself. You don't have to sit up. It still hurts, right? Don't try to push yourself. No, I'm alright. My back has nothing to do with this. This spasm is like an everyday thing. Her back has nothing to do with this? What do you mean, everyday thing? This is normal for you? She doesn't answer. That means yes. I can't believe it. She suffers through this kind of pain all the time? Why? That's not right. That's not normal. Akiha still doesn't answer. She just nods silently. Like you say, I'm not normal. This spasm is not like your anemia. This is a pain all people of the Tono blood go through. When you cannot stand this pain, you become like Shiki. What? I told you, people of the Tono line are abnormal. The Tono blood in me is strong. As I grew up, it became worse and worse each day. Now it's getting to a point where I can't help it. I am like this every night. Akiha just talks without holding any grudge against her blood. I understood what Akiha is saying, but at the same time, I don't want to accept it. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Jeez. Nii-san, you really are stupid. Akiha laughs. She smiles, looking a bit troubled. My body uses more heat than the average person, so I cannot get enough energy using normal methods, and I end up having to get heat directly from someone. Like you say, I act like a vampire trying to contain myself. But the more I rely on it, the more abnormal I am. I am acting more like a Tono. But without it, I have no way to control myself. Akiha. Do you understand? I have to take away heat from something alive. I am an incomplete creature. That's Tono Akiha for you, Nii-san. I cannot say anything, but I still manage to find something to say. To not say anything right now only hurts Akiha even more. That's why you were sucking Kohaku-san's blood. You knew, Nii-san? That I got blood from Kohaku? Yes. Yeah. Sorry for not telling you. Akiha blushes and looks down. That's a last resort. It doesn't have to be blood I take in. It can be body heat, it can be mental heat. What the heck does that mean? Anything with heat gives me power. Blood just happens to be the most efficient method. So you're different from Shiki. You're not a real vampire like him. Yes, I'm not like Shiki, as I can't make people like me. I can only take from other people. Akiha looks away from me. But that's good for me, because it's just a matter of the difference in the kind of food you take in. I feel relieved. You kept on telling me you're abnormal, but you're normal. Unlike Shiki, you're a normal human being. That spasm you had, it won't happen if you get some blood, right? Then, it is true that it would not occur if I take in some blood, but I can't stand getting blood just because I want to. If I get used to that, I will just be like Shiki. No matter how painful it is, if it is just physical pain, I can stand it. The Tono blood awakens more at night, but it dies down in the morning. So this is normal for me. You don't have to look at me that way. You're stupid. If you were in that much pain, I'll be glad to give you as much blood as you want. I'm being honest. If I knew Akiha was in this much pain every night, I would have given her blood every time. No, I do not want to drink anyone's blood. I really do not want to drink Kohaku's blood either. Why? If your spasms go away, then it should be fine. That is true, but... Akiha grows quiet and continues with an embarrassed tone. But I do not want to be called a vampire by you. I want to stay as a human being, just like you. I really hate how stupid I am. I never thought about how Akiha felt. About how ominous she feels about the Tono blood. About how much she thinks about me. Is there anything I can do for you, Akiha? Let's see. Please go rest in your room. You must be tired too. Idiot. That's all I can say in response. Don't worry. Just lay down. I'll stay here until you go to sleep. All right. If you say so, I will, Nii-san. She says this as she lies back down. After time passes quietly by, she falls into a gentle slumber. Akiha's face looks very peaceful. I stay and continue to watch her. Shiki-san, are you awake? I can hear Kohaku-san's voice. I look at the clock to find out it's 3 o'clock already. I'm awake. Are you here to look after Akiha, Kohaku-san? Yes, I wanted to take her temperature. I'm sorry, Shiki-san, but... Oh, sorry. I'll leave right away. I get up from the chair. As I leave the room, I look at Akiha one more time. Thank you. And sorry, Akiha. I whisper this softly as I leave her room. Okay, we still have a lot more. Surprisingly, so, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here for now. I think we've only got one more stream for Akiha's route, but I've been saying that for the last few streams now, so maybe I'm still wrong. I don't know. We'll see. More Tsukihime next Friday, Grand Blue tomorrow, etc., etc. Thanks to everybody who stopped by tonight, and I hope to see you all next time.